So at the end of lesson 2 on page C18, you get to make a landform, a model of a landform. So the first thing I want you to do is pause the video and go get your materials in the bag labeled C18. Okay, so pause and go get your things. Okay, so you're going to make a model of a landform and you're going to see what happens when you put water on it. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a chart like this. So you're going to get a piece of paper and you're going to write drops of water, poured water, predictions, observations, and you're going to make a grid like this. So just go ahead and write 1, 2 lines down and 2 lines across, and then put your labels in. Go ahead and pause until you get that done and then come right back. Okay? Alright, step 2. We don't have safety goggles, but you're going to put a cup full of sand at one end of the pan. Now when I got the sand, it was damp. You might need to dampen it, which means you're just going to add a little water into the bag and kind of squish it around until it looks a little bit damp, or it kind of sticks together a little bit. Okay, so you're going to make a model of a mountain out of the sand. And on the other page next to this page right here, it shows you what to do. Okay, so you're going to put your pan up on this book or on a book from your home and put the sand here as if it's a mountain. Okay, so step 3, you're going to cover the mountain with pebbles. So you're going to find the smallest little rocks in the bag marked pebbles that you can find, and you're just going to put them gently on top so they stay in place. Okay, I already said to put the book under the pan. Now you're going to make a prediction or a guess of what will happen if you drop single drops of water on the mountain. Okay, so right over here you're going to write your prediction. What do you think is going to happen when you drop single drops of water on your mountain? Then you're going to fill your dropper with water. Now your dropper is your piece of straw. To fill your dropper with water, you take your straw, you put it into your cup of water, put your finger on the top of the straw, and then when you pull it out, there will be water inside the straw. And to let that water come out, you just pull up your finger a little bit and little drops will come out. Or it might just, if you're holding on to it and you have enough in there, it might just gently drop out without you putting your finger up. But if you put your finger up a tiny, tiny bit, enough air should get in there to let a drop come out. So then you're going to slowly drop 5 drops of water on your mountain. Okay? So here they have a picture of a person dropping 5 drops of water on their mountain. Next, you're going to repeat steps 5 and 6, but this time you're going to slowly pour the water from the cup over a different place on the mountain. So with your mound of sand, excuse me, now you're going to pour water on a different part. So find one part of your mountain to put the little drops of sand, and then on a different part, like next to it, you're going to put a place where you pour the water. Sorry about the shadows. So, and you're going to predict what's going to happen over on your paper before you do it, okay? And then over here you write what actually happened. So your predictions or your guesses of what happened, and your observations or what you saw actually did happen, okay? 1. How did the drops of water affect the sand and the pebbles? How did the poured water affect the sand and pebbles? Make an inference or an educated guess based on your observations. How can moving water affect landforms? So an inference, that's taking all the information that you know, putting it together to come up with what happens when water is lightly put on landforms, or if it's more strong, like rivers running through landforms. Okay, so the drops could represent perhaps rain or even downpours of rain, and the water poured on it is more like a river or a stream or even a trickle coming down from a waterfall that makes its way down. Okay, over here. What landforms do you find in your community or state? Where can you find examples of how water affects the land? Develop a plan to answer these or any questions you have. If you want to just talk about this with your parents, that's good. Around here we have lots of different landforms, which is really cool that you can go out and see several of the landforms that we talked about in the previous page.